With us now are Dennis and Jerry, and they are restaurateurs. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. How are you?
How are you? Happy to be here.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you for having
excited.
us.
And thank you for feeding my crew lunch today. I'm super excited about that.
Our pleasure.
And it's Tony's birthday, so we'll have to sing happy birthday to him over a cannoli or something. I'm sure we have something in the back. So
I bought some homemade biscotti and
Did
cannoli
you?
cream, so we can do it.
Did
with
you
that.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's perfect. That's perfect. So Dennis, what started your love of food?
Well, I mean, I was always into it. I love to eat. I loved food. My background is Argentinian, which is it's an interesting cuisine. It does have a lot of Italian influence. It does have a lot of barbecued meats. Obviously, it's very, very popular there. But I've always loved food. I went to school to be a chef. I've been in it for many years, and it's my passion, food and wine.
And you, Jerry, you're third generation in the restaurant business. So what was it like when your grandfather was here? Did you start out as a busboy, or how did it come about? Or did you just get to go eat Sunday dinner at the restaurant? So
no, definitely started at the bottom as a busboy, and worked my way up into management. And
so now you own Rothmans with your sister, right?
Yes.
And Mateo's.
And Mateo's located here in New York and in Florida.
The concepts, are they similar at all or completely different?
Completely different.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Rothmans.
Rothmans is a prime steakhouse, serving nothing but the finest prime beef available in the country. Lobster, seafood, American cuisine. We also specialize in sushi.
Oh, okay. That sounds really good, actually. So, and Mateo's, you're over at Mateo's, Dennis, and so what's
Correct.
on the menu there, Mateo's?
So I'm the managing partner at the Huntington location. I'm also the corporate chef of Mateo. So Mateo's is Southern Italian. It's family style or individual. So you can come as a couple, you can come as a family. It's meant to feed a family like a Sunday meal. We're known for catering. We do private affairs anywhere from 10 people up to 100 people. And very popular neighborhood location.
It's pretty too when I drive by. It looks nice from the outside too, so you just can imagine how nice the food looks on the inside.
It's beautiful. It has a very modern look to it, modern feel, white marble tops, and nice cream and espresso colors inside. Very well tastefully done. And
Rothmans is the place that you want to find a date. Did you know that? Do you know that that's what the reputation is for
Yes.
Rothmans? If you are single, all right, and you're around a certain age, and you're recently divorced, or I don't know, you're down on your luck or whatever, people always say that if they're looking for the new love of their life, they go to Rothmans. Did you know that? That's the word on the street. I'm just telling you.
I heard that rumor, yes.
It's true. It's
Thursday
true.
nights.
Many romances have started at Rothmans.
That's right.
So it's good food. It's a good atmosphere. It's kind-hearted, fun people. So you can always be guaranteed to have a good experience. So that's kind of interesting. So when you're ordering, though, so like in management, people own restaurants, right? All the ingredients are important. Do you sit down and say, okay, we need so many cases of tomatoes here, we need so many at Rothmans, or do you keep them completely separate as businesses?
Completely separate.
Okay.
The executive chefs in each restaurant handle their own ordering.
So they know what they need?
Absolutely.
Okay, so like on a Friday night, I just want to know though, is it possible though, just all of a sudden, Dennis, are you ever calling Rothmans and saying, oh my gosh, we just ran out of, zucchini, can we drive over?
It's an interesting question. A lot of people ask that.
Right.
You do the best you can to anticipate your ordering.
Okay.
But it's never cut and dry. You never know exactly, to the piece what you're going to sell. Sometimes it may be a cold day and everyone loves pork ossobuco.
Right.
And you sell it. That's an example. But yeah, you could, and we network with each other, and if we do need something, we can go back
Call
and
on
forth.
each other.
All stores, get the best products, and so
That's always important too, quality, good quality
absolutely.
ingredients. I always say that I grew up in a borrow a cup of sugar neighborhood, so that's where my thought came from. There'd always be if my mom was making a cake, Jerry, or something, and she needed an extra egg, she was always calling Marilyn and saying, Marilyn, you got any eggs? Instead of going to the store. So I was thinking in the restaurant business, every once in a while, you'd be like, okay, well, hey.
And that's a very old school trade.
Right.
I don't know about trade, but it's an old school custom that people would knock on each other's doors for something
Take
like
care
that.
of each other.
But yeah, it does happen where at times. But we do the best you can. You try to forecast the business coming up, what week you're in, what day you're in, if you have bad weather coming up. So, but it's interesting.
And it's nice that you guys are being able to be open because, even though we've had to kind of, we're challenged right now, right? You just find different ways. You pivot, you bring your community together, you treat your staff nicely, you treat your clientele beautifully. So that's important. So I just, as a part of our community, I just want to tell you thank you for that because that really matters, that you guys are putting your heart behind your food. Like they say, you could taste the love. And before we go, I want to ask you, like, Jerry, is there a favorite thing? Like, what's your go-to meal at each location? When you sit down, what's in front of your plate?
At Rothmans, I guess the New York strip is probably my favorite.
Okay.
At Mateo's, I'd probably have to say the Bronzino.
Okay. And is it medium rare, your steak?
I'm supposed to say medium rare.
Okay.
That's what a meat eater eats, but
Right.
I tend to lean towards medium.
Okay, I'm like a medium plus girl. I
Medium
always
plus.
do like the medium and like wink as if that's like, medium plus. And how about you, Dennis? What are your favorite meals there?
Well, when I go to Rothmans, I love the long bone ribeye.
Okay.
A ribeye is a great steak, very rustic, very flavorful. The fat that's in it creates such a great rustic flavor. Their sushi's fantastic. Side dishes are great. At Mateo's, which I live there, there's a lot of things I love, and we do create specials daily as well, so that people can enjoy other meals, and our chefs can be creative with new products and research and development, and see what's going with the times. So.
I went home last night and I thought I had like ravioli that were still good in my fridge and tried to put some sauce on it or whatever, and the ravioli weren't good. So I actually got polenta and just sliced it up, grilled it up real quick, and it was a meal, right? So sometimes those like comfort foods or things that you grew up with are so nice to have, and it's nice to know that as restaurants, that's the type of meal you're serving. So.
And sometimes the next day they taste even better.
Sometimes the next day, exactly.
That's true.
You guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having
looking
us.
forward to, so thank you for being in my home, and soon I'll be going to your home. So.
Thank you so much. And you did mention how hard it is for this industry right now.
It is.
And it is, I want to mention, it is very difficult. So people should try to go out and support all the restaurants, everybody, not just us. It's a tough time in New York. It's a tough time in the city. Everybody's working very hard to make it happen. And, we have a passion for this industry, and we want it to keep going.
And I'm trying to tip a little bit more. So if I used to tip 20%, I'll be like, okay, just a little bit more. Because if everybody puts in just a little bit more, then that person going home has a little bit more for their family. So thank you guys again.
Fantastic. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Dennis and Jerry, we've been living it up right here. Stay tuned for more.